Hi folks, welcome. In this video, we're going to show you how to work with QGIS software, one of the best open source tools in the field of GIS. From introducing the different parts of the software to the basics of using it. This video covers everything you might need to get started. Let's start this fascinating video together. Okay, as the first step, you should download the software. We've already made a video on how to download and install the latest version of QGIS software. If you refer to the description of this video, you'll find this link. Also, there's a link to the comprehensive and complete QGIS training videos and playlists in the description that help you more. Okay, assuming you've installed the QGIS, we open the software. After opening the software, we face such a page. Here are the menus. Each of them has a specific uses and allow us to access QGIS functions. Toolbars are in this section and provide access to most other functions in the menus, plus additional tools for interacting with the map. And plugins are in this section, which add useful features to the software. On the left side, you can see the Layers panel. This panel lists all the layers in the project and helps you manage their visibility and shape the map. You can show or hide the panel by pressing Ctrl+1 on your keyboard. Using this panel, we can manage the layers and remove them if needed. In the center of the software, there is a big window where all layers and maps are displayed. It's also called Map Canvas. Using this window, we can see our loaded layers and any changes that we apply to them. We can turn out our panels on or off from the Panels option in the View menu. For instance, we turn on the Browser panel. As well as other panels such as Layer Styling. One of the important panels of the QGIS is Processing Toolbox. Using this panel, we can search all the tools and algorithms and apply them to the layers. There is also another shortcut to manage the panels in QGIS. If you right-click in a blank area on the top part of the software, you'll see the old panels and toolbars. You can switch on or off any of them. Just click on the corresponding tick. Another useful toolbar is the Manage Layer toolbar. We can put it in a suitable place. Also manage the rest of the toolbars and put them in the right place. Now let's see what are the plugins. As mentioned before, the functionality of QGIS can be extended using plugins. In fact, they add useful features to the software. To access the plugins, from the Plugins menu, select Manage and Install Plugins. A window is open that let us install or remove the new plugins. In the first section, all the installed plugins are visible. You can turn on or off each one of them here by switching the Appear or Disappear in the Toolbar section. In the Not Installed section, you can select and directly install different types of plugins. Also, in the New section, we can see all kinds of new plugins and can be installed if needed. If a specific plugin is not available, it can be installed with the help of its link in this section. Okay, now that we got familiar with the most sections of the QGIS, it's time to add our layers to the software. In order to import vector and raster data or any type of data into the QGIS, there are several methods. The first one is using the Browser panel. If your Browser panel is not activated, you can go to View menu and from Panels option activate it. As you can see, in the Browser panel, all system drivers can be seen. Now we should find our data folder. When you find your data or layer, if you click on the little down arrow beside the layer, all its information table is displayed. This feature helps you handle your layers well. So in this way, we can check all the information and import the layers to the software if needed. To add layer, we should right-click on it and select the Add Layer to Project option. As you can see, the layer imported correctly. Using the same way, you can import other layers. The second way to add layers to QGIS is Manage Layers toolbox that we activated at the beginning of the video. In this method, we click on one of the desired toolbar options. For example, we click on Vector. A window is open named Data Source Manager. This window provides different ways to add layers. Here is the browser section. The same as the browser panel in the previous method, we find our data folder to add the layers. In order to be able to import a vector file into the software, we click on the Vector option. It only imports the vector layers. We specify the source type. We can also determine the encoding, which we set it to automatic. And in the source section, from the available option at the right end of the bar, we go to our data folder. We can put the format on the shapefile to find our layer faster. We use this filter when there are so many layers with various formats in our folder. As you can see, the desired layer was added to the software. Using the same way, we can add other layers with different formats. For example, here we import a cropped image of Sentinel-2. So in the same way as you saw, we can import all types of layers to QGIS. QGIS also let us to import the Google satellite images or other global images and layers into the software. Adding such images help us to better define our loaded layers in terms of location and other aspects. To add these images, we use a plugin that let us easily import Google images or other layers to the software. We've already made a video for this plugin, the link of which is in the description. You can get valuable information by right-clicking on each layer. For example, when we select the Open Attribute table, the layer specifications are displayed. In the advanced level, this information can be used to query. By clicking on the project menu and save as, we can save the whole workspace as a project. And use it in the future without changing any layer. When a star is placed on the project name, it means we need to save the project. So press Ctrl S on your keyboard to save the changes. Look at the project name when we press Ctrl S. If you pay attention, the star disappeared. If we save the project, we can easily import the saved project to the software. Stay tuned for more videos to show you all kinds of applications, plugins, and other things in this channel. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments.